Suplifters. Lately I've been on a roll regarding Haikyuu because I'm really considering rereading everything because there's just so much value and so many lessons that you can learn from reading or watching that regarding sports and life advice in general. And the quote that I want to talk about today is from Takeda Sensei, which is basically the advisor of the volleyball team of Haikyuu, which basically said to the main character, "He who must climb the ladder must start at the bottom, will begin at the bottom." And it is an extremely simple concept, really, so we won't really take too much time to talk about this stuff. However, it's a reminder that everybody needs to start at square one, okay? There are people who are gonna progress faster, however, everybody's gonna start at square one because once a person goes under the bar in order to squat, doesn't really know anything. They might know the idea, the concept of squat, but they don't really know the technicalities of it. However, if you pick two different people, you put them under the barbell and you tell them squat, you're gonna have two different results. One will obviously be better than the other. So does that mean that they are both starting at different levels? Not necessarily. It just means that one person has already progressed in that skill prior to trying it, because movement with the barbell is still something that can be done. You know, if you saw somebody squatting, perhaps you can have already noticed something. You might have a better idea about what the activity is. Just like I said one time, when I started grappling, I already knew the guard position, or at least I knew how it looked like, so I was able to actually replicate it. And people ask me, but is this the first time that you are doing this? Maybe they even thought that I could be talented because they thought, oh man, he doesn't know anything, but he realizes that this position is okay for fighting on the ground. Of course, I told them, no, I've never did, I just watched some videos. So I had ideas of what I was supposed to do. However, if you pick somebody else and you put him on a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class who doesn't know anything about combat sports, will be in a much worse position. That being said, we are still both starting at the bottom, at the first single, basically at the beginning of the ladder. And everybody must take one step at a time. And there are no shortcuts. There is not a single person who's gonna go under the bar, is gonna squat without any instruction and is gonna do a perfect squat. Maybe there will be, it might be luck, or it might be that he's simply a genius. But he's gonna still start from the bottom because the result that he's showing us doesn't mean anything to him, because that is his first step. And it doesn't mean how good it looks in the general sense, because that is still his first step. And although it might look better than your first step, he still has a lot to learn about it, about his body, about how he responds, how he's gonna train it. So everybody's gonna start at the bottom, and nobody is gonna start and will already know everything. And this is much truer, if you will, regarding training and in general the whole aspect of bodybuilding, because there is so much stuff to learn, and you actually might feel overwhelmed. And that is why basically YouTube Shorts and TikToks in general have been basically trending so much, because in general the gym environment has become more and more popular. However, there is so much stuff to learn that having people telling you what to do in 1 minute sounds convenient and easy. 90% of the people, even 99% of the people who are putting out content like this, however, don't know anything and they are just selling you crap. Look at TikTok. It's probably the worst platform in which you can get information regarding fitness. But understand that although the mountain might seem so big, or the ladder in this example, we all start from the bottom. And it's important to remember that if you look at somebody and you think, damn, look at him, he's already so good, that's okay, because he still started from the bottom. And it doesn't really make any sense to compare yourself to other number one regarding on how well do they squat. I'm gonna give you an example. Not just how they squat. I'm talking more in general, how they do anything. Think about how I squat. For me, it was a struggle. I mean, I've been doing my series and I'm at like episode 41 or 42. However, I haven't been able to squat from like forever. And it's only now that I'm slowly learning how to do it. I had a friend of mine, which I'm helping with gym stuff. He sent me a video of him squatting, and he looked so much better than me because he has nice hips, he has good ankle mobility. Basically, what he was missing was just technicalities. Basically, he wasn't really packing his upper back, but that was from the lack of knowledge, not from physical limitations. So, if you put me and my friend under the squat bar and you told each other, okay, squat, he's gonna look so much better than me, but he still started from the same point. Again, if you pick another friend of mine who has arguably even worse leverages than me because he's taller than me, maybe he can be actually slightly more advantaged regarding the anthropometrics. However, he has even worse mobility than me. So understand that everybody's gonna start from the bottom again. And although it is different from person to person, we all start there. So don't compare yourself to others. Understand that you have your own path, you have your own journey, and while you might be late or actually you might start disadvantaged on something, you're gonna be a genius at something else, because nobody is good at everything and nobody is good at nothing. Everybody has different attributes and strengths. So keep that in mind, although you can feel discouraged, because even I did. I mean, if you look at all the fitness influencers that you basically look at them and you think, wow, they all can do everything, and then you realize, well, I mean, of course, they are there for a reason. They are, I don't want to say specimen, but a lot of them are. A lot of them are blessed with genetics regarding physical training. I'm not talking about all of them, but all of the people that basically got famous for their look, of course, they're gonna look good. They are famous for that, and of course, they have good genetics regarding that. But maybe they are kind of bad at learning, perhaps. Maybe they are bad at math, but really don't think about all this stuff in a single dimension, okay? Again, I don't know who said that word, but basically you can't really, not the word, the sentence. He said it doesn't really make sense to score the abilities of a fish to climb a tree, because that is not what he's built to do. It doesn't make sense. At the same time, you can't really score the ability of a giraffe at swimming, okay? They are totally different things, and we all are different. However, we humans are more eclectic in the sense that we can kind of learn to do everything, although some people are gonna take much longer than others and might never reach the apex of that discipline. That is it for this video. Remember that we all start from the bottom. It doesn't matter how it looks like, we all do. See you guys in the next one.